Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have a very exciting but bittersweet video today. It is my finale for the Face the Music Project Pan. This was created by Jessica and Misty in collaboration with the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group. So I will have everything linked down below. This was the first round of the project and they did bring it back for a second round. So if you want to participate, check out the Pantastic Ladies. Feel free to hop on to this new round. I am not going to be doing the second round. I'm cutting back on my prompt-based projects for 2025, but I will definitely be rooting everyone on who is joining it next year. It's still 2024. I've been working on 7 prompts. They are all based off of songs. Jessica and Misty created it was like 340 something prompts based off of music, and I think they did a really good job and were super creative with this project. So I am really sad to end it, but I am glad that I did the full year. I will kind of wrap it up at the end of this video and let you know how many prompts that I got through, because I was working on a ton throughout this project. But let's get into the updates on my products. If you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave and give this video a thumbs up. The first song was Chicken Fried, and that is a food themed product. I rolled in a concealer from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Marshmallow, which is a delicious food. This used to be my favorite concealer. I thought it matched me really well, so I repurchased it. This was last year, and I opened it, for this project, and it doesn't match me anymore. So I don't know what they did, or if I changed. I know that your skin color changes with age. I'm only 33, so I'm not like aging. Well, I am aging. Okay, we're gonna go on to. So I don't know if Too Faced changed the shade, but it is a little too like yellow on me, and it used to be a really good rosy tone for me. So all that to say, I wanted to use this 10 times. Today was my 10th use. I have to mix this with something. And obviously, like, there's no windowing in this because I've only used it 10 times. But I did, and I mixed it with the product for the next prompt, which is for the song Don't You Forget About Me. And that is a product that I forget to use, and I always forget to use under eye corrector. Even if they're in projects, I often just forget. And honestly, like this last month, I had to be very intentional about using this, and it really helped to mix it with that concealer, because this is a very rosy corrector from Catrice, and it's in the shade 010 Light Rose. So I wanted to use this 10 times as well, and today was my 10th use, so I just barely made it. I will, I guess, swatch these and show you them mixed together. I often would just apply like one dot of the concealer, and then I would just dip my finger like this and tap it over the concealer and kind of mix it as I applied. So it seemed to work out okay for me. I do feel like sometimes I needed to brighten it because it is a corrector. It's darker than my skin tone, but this is the Marshmallow concealer by itself, and this is the rosy corrector by itself, and then this is them mixed together. So they do kind of neutralize each other, but Marshmallow is described as a rosy tone on the website. That is not rosy. So I don't know. I'm gonna move on. Both of those are rolling out. The next song was Flowers, and that is a floral themed or name. And I rolled in a single eyeshadow from Natasha Denona. This was from the Blue Purple palette, but I depotted it. And it is the shade Lavender Gray. So of course lavender is a flower, and there's nothing lavender or gray about this eyeshadow. This is like a rosy taupe, I would say. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking when they were naming this. Apparently this video is all about critiquing brands, but I just wanted to use this 3 times and I did. So I will have looks on the screen of how I used this. Very beautiful, neutral, everyday shade. The next song was Heart. So this is actually a band, Heart, and that is a love theme. And I rolled in a lipstick from Maybelline. This is in the shade Lust for Blush, 665 Lust for Blush. I wanted to use this 5 times and I did. This is one of my favorite lipsticks, so it's super easy to get my 5 uses. It's just a beautiful pink. And what is this? It's their matte formula. So the packaging is kind of matte, which is very, very nice actually. But that is also a gold matte. The next song was Last Christmas, and I thought that was so fitting for this time of year, and that is a product you received or purchased last winter. And this is the only item I have left in my collection that I did purchase last winter. I purchased this in December 2023, and it is my Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I have the shade 005 Ivory Beige. This is also too yellow for me and a little too dark actually, so I have to mix this with things as well. Why is that still an issue? Like the lightest shade not being light enough. It's 2024, people. And don't get me started on the deep end of things. So I wanted to use this for 5 uses as well because I knew I only had 1 month to do it, and I did. I actually used this 6 times. It's a very nice foundation. It's full coverage, so you don't need a ton of it. And it's mattifying, sweat and waterproof, and it has niacinamide in it. It says it lasts up to 24 hours, which of course I did not test that, but it did stay matte throughout the day. So I like that because I get oily in my T-zone if I'm not using the correct products. The second to last song is Lose You to Love Me, which is by Selena Gomez, and I literally just saw today that she is engaged, and I'm so happy for her, even though I do not know her as a person. But of course, as a millennial, I grew up like teenage years with Selena Gomez and her relationships, so I don't care about celebrities. I don't know why I said that. Okay, that is a product you franken to make it work for you. So I frankened this ColourPop Heart Blush. This is the shade Baby Cakes, and it is super dark. It's very dark for me, so I frankened it with, I don't even remember anymore now. Did I write it down? Yes, I did. I frankened it with a powder, and I think at the time it was the e.l.f. HD loose powder, but it was like a shimmery formula. And I also added a little bit of a bronzer to kind of neutralize the berry tone to this, just because it was so dark. But this is very hard to show you. Oh, it's so sad. So this has crumbled. Oh, I can't even like hold it up. Hopefully you can see that. It's in focus. I wanted to use this 5 times. I did manage to do that even in this state. I have been setting aside some products that I don't feel like decluttering right away, but I am saving them just for frankening purposes. And I think this has to become one of those products because I don't want to use it like this. But I also don't know how to use it. I do not enjoy loose blushes. So that suggestion is out the window. I could try repressing it, but I think because I used a loose powder to mix in with it, I think that ruined everything. I did use alcohol in it, but I've done that many times in the past and it has not cracked the products. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to just declutter this. I have not decided yet, but I do have a couple items that I do not count in my inventory that I am saving for like frankening or what have you. So this might end up in that section, but I did meet my goal, so that's nice. And then the very last song was Sweet Child of Mine, and that is a hair product. I just rolled in this conditioner. As you can see, I finished it, but it was like, let me set down my phone. It had like 2/3 of it left, and I guessed that I had 2 uses, and I did. This was just from, you know, a hair box dye kit. I have not dyed my hair in quite a few months, so this was just sitting in the shower staring at me every time I was in there, so I was just like, I need to use this up. So I did, and that is a goal met. So I met all of my goals. That is honestly a theme with this project. I have met quite a few goals, if not all of them, at every update. That is because I was doing such low usage goals. This was a really helpful project for me to move through my collection this year, touch everything that I have, and that was a big goal that I had for 2024. And I do feel like I have met that overall goal. Of course, there's some exceptions. Like I have some foundations that are not even open yet. I don't want to open them yet and, you know, start the oxidation process. So there's a few things that I have not touched, but for good reason. The things that are touchable, I have used, and I'm just so pleased with that. Let me go through. I guess I should have done this before the update, but let me count. I'm just super curious how many prompts that I got through. So I made sure on like the official spreadsheet with all of the prompts, I looked, and there are 338 songs or just music themed prompts in this project. And throughout this year, I was able to work on 106 of those prompts, and I have met every one of those goals, which means I have worked on 106 products. I don't think I like did any repeats. I might have like here and there like rolled in the same product later in the year. I don't think I did that. But who knows. So 106 prompts, that is amazing. But that's only like a third of the project. And when I started this, I said I wanted to work on as many as possible this year. And I feel like I did a really good job. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I hit all of my goals. And yeah, this was just a really successful project this year. I am a little bummed I'm not joining it for 2025, but I have other things that I need to focus on, and I really want to do bigger goals in 2025. So I hope you're sticking around for that to see how I do next year. If you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. And of course, like this video if you enjoyed watching. I will see you all in my next one.